out for the best in high school football. Pacific Office Automation presents KOIN 6 Blitz.
We are here. We are on the air. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to the KOIN 6 Blitz alongside Brenna Green. I'm Adam Bjarnson, and for a day in mid-September, we could not have asked for any more than what Mother Nature provided us here in the Great Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I had a ref be like, "It's a little warm." I was like, "Please,
Sad.
Just wait until 4 weeks from now. That's not going to be a complaint." All right. The question now: would the football live up to the weather?
Yeah.
Let's get into week 3 highlights, starting with our game of the week in Tualatin. That's where we had a battle between a pair of undefeated squaring off. Wilsonville, the reigning 5A runners-up, who were fresh off an upset win over Westview. They made the short trek to square off against another 2-0 team, the Timberwolves of Tualatin, and those T-Wolves came out strong in the first half. Jaden Fortier, the 6'5" senior on the keeper. Yeah, Wilsonville wouldn't fold though. KOIN Guthridge with a dart to Nick Crowley. It took about 7 T-Wolves to bring him down. Later that drive, Maverick Summers for the score. Wildcats take a 7-6 lead. But a big second half for Tualatin. They'd earned the 22-13 win.
That was a lot closer than a lot of us expected. We bring in the entire gang now for our anchor pick'em. Each and every one of us going with the home squad. Tualatin tonight. Well done. Close game as the Wildcats. Boy, they were in this till the very end, but it paid off for each of us as we nab a win in the season-long standings. Jeff, Natasha, and Brenna, all of you still a perfect 3-0.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about that?
That's right, Adam.
That's right. In your face. Yeah. With league play coming up very soon, right? All right.
Yeah, you know, I was runner-up last year, so I'm coming for the top spot
Let's
this
go.
year. Adam, you and I know this feeling all too well. You show up to a football game, you hear the crowd go wild, and you know you just missed a touchdown. Happened tonight for me at Franklin versus Cleveland as Franklin scored as I rolled in, but thankfully quarterback Will Reed and wide receiver Cash Landau, yeah, they had my back. That's about an 80-yard tutty. Made it 35-6 in the third. Franklin Lightning wallops Cleveland 42-6.
Former Duck Keenan Lowe, now the leading man at Mountainside, and looking to hand Laco their first loss of the season. Second half, Liam Davis finds a lane. It's Matt Lane, to be more specific. 7-yard touchdown, Lakers up 20-7. Davis then, watch this. I'm going to throw a Natasha term out there. Up into the jet stream. Yeah. Gets James Bauman in stride. 38-yard score, but they're not done. Davis getting in as many guys as possible involved here. That's Carson Schwint. 28-14 the final in favor of Lake Oswego.
May I add, more importantly, though, Keenan Lowe, a class of 2010 Jesuit grad. I wonder who he has that in common. A look at our local scoreboard. Jesuit, whoops, they're falling to Westland, 43-14. Speaking of the Crusaders, Lions remain undefeated as Jesuit drops to 0-3 on the season. Tiger remains undefeated this year as well with a 23-6 beatdown of Glencoe. North of state lines, some Washington scores. Camas with a big 21-7 victory over the Lincoln Abes. And Battleground trounces Prairie 42-7.
When's the last time Jesuit was 0-3? Not in my lifetime. And that's a lot of years.
Yeah. Yeah, no comment.
Elsewhere in Washington, the number 8 team in the state, Vancouver's Skyview High, looking to fend off Bothell tonight. Trailing 7-zip in the third, the storm began to start brewing. Yeah, Jake Kennedy to Riley Artis. That's a 6-yard score. Ties things up at 7. Later in the fourth, Trey Jacob finds Paydirt from a yard out. Skyview led 14-7. They held strong from there. Skyview, I'm telling you, they're legit. They win at 21-7. Those 7 points allowed tonight, the first points they've given up in 3 games.
Had someone tell me a few weeks ago, Skyview is pretty good. And yeah, I think
backing it up.
I think that's worked out. What a beautiful night it was for football. Got a pretty dope sunset at Wells versus Grant. Grant turns it over on downs in their first possession of the first. Wyatt Andler rumbles into the end zone after that. If you'd like to see my life flash before my eyes, Shaden Bellegarde gives me that thrill on the 2-point conversion. Wells up 8-0. Cameron Reed and the Generals strike back, though. Antoine Hawthorne goes up and gets it. 8-7 in the second. Wells didn't throw it too much tonight, but when they did, they made it count. 4th and 15. Spencer Reed lofts it up to Jackson Poole. Wells would score shortly thereafter to go up 16-7. Finally, Grant driving to end out the first half with 12 seconds to go. Griffin Scott. He unfortunately doesn't take this all the way back. But boy, this was an incredible pick and return That set the tone. Upset alert. Wells wins it 30-21.
Hey, it was Toga week out at Sunset.
Toga.
Apparently these dudes, that's Teletubby royalty right there, did not get the memo. That's Tinky, Winky, and Poe, as I'm told. I did some Google research on it. Liberty had their hands full with sophomore running back Justin Craigwell. This young man had a motor tonight, a pair of scores, 14-zip Apollos in the first. The Falcons get on the board thanks to Reed Linkmeyer. First of a pair of scores for him tonight. Tough, hard-nosed run right there. Craigwell, though, boy, he just had that nose for the end zone all night. Apollos sent Liberty to their first loss, 54-19.